So it is the final day here at the Tent of Nations, and it's going to be a half day. Really just kind of getting our things together, enjoying some time together, just a little bit of lunch, then waiting for the bus to come pick us up and take us to Bethlehem. We finished our work here yesterday, and after dinner last night, one of the hosts, Daher, he came down the steps from the kitchen down into the covered dining area, and he had his hands full with bottles of wine that they make here. And he said, "I have wine," and a cheer erupted from the table like you'd never heard before. It was pretty great, and it was very good wine, and new wine actually, only a year old. And I want to tell you about Daher Nazzer for a moment. I have so much respect for this man. Just growing to know him over the past few days, it's impossible for me to actually find words, I think, to describe him. You have to meet him to understand, I think, but I'll try. First off, he does everything here. He farms, he welds, he cuts metal, he's an electrician, a plumber. He designed this cistern system to provide water to all the buildings in caves in their complex. He is incredibly strong. Like yesterday, we were helping out with some construction projects, and through this I was very grateful for some of the limited construction experience I have back home. But he had given me a jackhammer to use, which I've had occasion to use back home in the States a few times, mainly for doing things like just breaking up patios for demolition. But I was, digging through just feet of solid rock to make some holes for pouring cement into. We were going to make new fence posts, and he had actually used this small handheld jackhammer, maybe about 2 feet long, to dig out these cisterns that I told you about earlier. There are multiple cisterns, maybe around at least 3 of them, but we're talking about thousands and thousands of cubic feet of solid rock and earth that he dug out by himself using a small handheld jackhammer. Just absolutely unbelievable determination. Somebody who's willing to do anything to stay here on this land. And above and beyond all that, he joins with his sister Amal and the rest of their family in the nonviolence resistance here against the government that constantly tries to take their land from them. And a side note about Amal, I'll need just an entire separate vlog to tell you about this complete tiger of a woman. We heard her speak a few days ago. She told us the story of this place, and she is absolutely incredible. Now the Nazzers here have the deepest possible connection to this land. They've farmed it for over 100 years now, and they have the right to keep it. And I'll tell you, there's so much cognitive dissonance here for me. Just these beautiful vistas everywhere you look. But with those beautiful vistas, you see the settlements surrounding this place, where the settlers come and destroy their olive trees. And we see the Nazzers here, and you see their deep faith and determination and true grit. But it's sad at the same time, because they shouldn't be forced to live this way. So the question is, for me at least, I'm always a practical person. Now that I've seen all this, and now that I'm sharing all of this with you, and will continue to share as the days go by, what can we do? What can we possibly do in the face of all of this? Sitting back home in the United States, when advocacy work seems inefficient or impossible on Capitol Hill, what can just a few people do in their daily lives to make any difference at all? Well, more on that next time. So, we'll see you soon.